So, John, I've not seen the finale.
Yes.
I've not finished season 4 yet. But what is I guess we'll go non-spoiler for this one. What's a non-spoiler review
Yeah.
for this thing?
Non-spoiler review. I thought, and look, let me get this out of the way first. Keep in mind, I just saw it a few hours ago, so I'm gonna sit on it for a day. Next stream, I'll come back and give an update on how I feel then.
Mhm.
As of right now, I really like it. I thought it was solid. Now, would I give it a 10 out of 10? No.
Really?
I think there's a lot of thing. No, there's a lot of things in this episode that, in the building of Attack on Titan, they make sense. It all makes sense. Certain powers, like some people are revealed to have like certain abilities, and when you think about it, you're like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense in the way that their whole character functions. But it is kind of out of nowhere. Um, and I can see how some people would watch this and get really confused at certain points.
Mhm.
But it's not just thrown in there. It is thought out. It makes sense that they can do the things that they can do.
Because in general, Attack on Titan has been like in your top 3 favorite shows, right? Pretty much.
Mhm. The animation was beautiful. There's one sequence in particular that was just stunning, and it was crazy to see. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, so animation was beautiful. Absolutely no complaints on that. The soundtrack was awesome. I loved it. I can't wait for the album to drop so I can listen to it over and over. Also, Linked Horizon did the end credits, and they
Oh.
obviously did the first 3 intros for the show. So that was really cool to hear. It was kind of fun. So super excited for them to come up with that. Probably gonna listen to that a million times once it drops.
So now that it's all out, like all of it, like this
Yeah.
is just a show, would you say the finale brings it down or keeps it the same or raises it up? Because I remember you said you had a pretty like
Mm,
hard emotional reaction to it. Because
I
obviously,
did, yes.
depending on how a season or show can end, it can have lots of effects on like overall where it's placed. Does this finale change that for you? Maybe you have to wait a couple days.
I might have to wait a couple days. As of right now, the feeling that I would describe is I am content
Okay.
with what I got. Um, Part of it, and I think this is something I'm going to get into now. I'm now going to get into slight spoilers regarding if the ending followed the manga or not. So if any of y'all care about knowing that, I want you to go ahead and skip forward about 5 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the manga ending. Like they change one or two things, it is straight up the manga ending. Um. So that being said, I already knew how it was gonna end,
Mhm.
but this is where it comes down to execution versus reading it on paper. There's a scene in the manga that I hate. I hated it when I first read it. I was like, dude, this is stupid. But then they did it in animation, sorry. And they had music, the voice actors were putting just everything into it. You could feel the emotion in their voice. I was like, whoa, this is like a completely different scene. Like this is actually hitting me. Um so that being said, I wasn't blown away by anything new necessarily,
Mhm.
but I still really enjoyed it and I really had a great time.
Interesting. It doesn't sound like you'd critique the story mainly. It's just like it's a little mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, there were definitely some darker things revealed about how a certain character felt that I was not expecting. But it does make sense. Um, I do want to talk about Armin's voice actor. I
Oh
think he
yeah.
kind of
Oh wait,
he kind of popped off.
wasn't Armin's
Sorry, go ahead.
voice actor an actress, or did they change that?
Or sorry, I forgot. It is an actress. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
I was wondering if they changed it.
yeah, I completely forgot about that. That is my bad. She a- she absolutely popped off. I think Armin. Armin had. I know some people are going to disagree with me on this, and they're going to say it was Mikasa. I would say Armin had, me personally, I had the most emotional connection to Armin
Hmm.
in this episode, and I think this episode was Armin's time to shine.
Is there anything
Yeah.
more you can say about it? I know you were planning on making a shorter video talking about it, tackling the more spoilery things, but so Attack on Titan
Yes.
is a show you'd recommend as a whole then.
Oh yeah, after this, I would 100% keep recommending it. Now, I want to talk about the reception for it a little bit. As far as, so first off, it's got a 6.2 on IMDb as of right now. That confuses me beyond no end. I don't understand why. I know there's only one actual written review you can actually go and read, which is weird. So I think we're gonna have to give IMDb a few days. I do know that there was some controversy surrounding like certain groups of people trying to review bomb or something. I don't know if that would have too much effect. So we'll see about that.
You're right, it's still at
wouldn't give-
6.2. That's shocking.
But there's no like written. There's only that one written review though. It's weird.
Sure.
Unless it changed. I don't
No,
know if it
I'm
changed.
double checking right now because I think I'm gonna have my phone up this episode because I'm gonna have still one review. I think we're gonna be doing a lot of IMDb checking for different writers and stuff for other topics.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna be honest. I think not everyone is going to agree on this finale because I mean it's the finale. You're gonna have so many people that are like, oh, I think it should have ended this way, and I think it should have ended this way. And I'm already seeing like a good amount of that. The more I think about it, I truly do believe that this ending does make sense. Maybe I need to give it some time. Maybe I need to watch some breakdowns on it, But particularly with Aaron's character, I know there's one scene that a few people out there didn't like. And look, I know Aaron's cool and we really like to see him pop off, but I genuinely believe in that scene, it was just Aaron being human and talking to his friend. And I genuinely think that scene made sense. But yeah, I'll let you guys watch it for yourselves and let me know what you think.
I'll have to get caught up because I am
think
really
that
interested in finishing it. It'll take a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk through it a little bit with you.
Yeah, I think that about sums it up without getting into any spoilers. I mean, overall, every character had their time to shine. It was really cool.
Nice.
Especially Levi. I thought Levi was handled really in an interesting way this episode. But I really enjoyed seeing him kind of. Usually, there's like a commander that he's kind of like serving under. Like there's been Commander Erwin, there's been Hanjay, and there's this moment where there's a few moments where he steps up and he says, "No, guys, this is what we're doing," and he just puts his plan into action. And I really liked seeing that about him because usually we just see somebody else in charge, and it was awesome seeing Levi just go full on commander for a second. So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that part. Yeah, everyone go check out the Attack on Titan finale if you haven't, and let us know what you think because I'm really curious. I think I've seen mostly positive reception for it, and I know it's trending with like 600K tweets right now or something.
Wow.
Ridiculous. I also want to point out this was really frustrating, but also really funny at the same time. Crunchyroll's servers took a fat L when this episode came out. Crunchyroll was down for like a solid 30 minutes for me.
Wow.
So I was doing that. I went over to Hulu. I made a free Hulu account. And I was like, I know it's on Hulu. Hulu crashed, which was cool.
Oh,
I was like,
no.
wow, okay. I went over to Netflix and VPN'd it into Japan so I could check that. Didn't show up on Netflix. And so then my friend was like, oh, here's this link that and then I clicked on it and probably revealed my location to about like 50 stalkers by doing that.
Yeah.
And then Funimation had it, and I was like, cool, renewed my Funimation account. Then it started working on Crunchyroll. So in the whole span of 30 minutes, like I created 2 accounts,
Went on
and
a
then went
roller
back to
coaster
Crunchyroll.
just to. Well, I'm glad
It
it's doing
was
well.
yeah. Oh yeah. They if they crashed Crunchyroll for like 30 minutes, I'm pretty sure a lot of people went to watch it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, that about sums up what I thought about Attack on Titan.
well,
Really
great.
really happy fan here.